I'm Jami Peterson. Today we're bringing the garden indoors with these bloomin' projects that are as beautiful as they are practical. I'm going to quickly show you how to dry emboss all your paper projects for an added layer of dimension. I'm using the Lasting Impressions light box, which I'm just going to flip on. It's battery operated, totally portable. You can take it in the car, on the airplane, wherever you want to go. I'm also going to need a brass stencil, which comes in the Pocketful of Cards kit from Lasting Impressions. What also comes in the kit are these great embossing papers. You'll notice that the back side is white and the front side is colored. I'm going to take the colored side and place it face down onto my template. Next, you'll need an embossing tissue. Simply rip from the pack, and you can reuse these over and over. I'm going to slick my surface so that my tool glides much easier. I'm using an embossing tool which has a small and large end. I'm going to simply outline my template. You don't have to press too hard, and move along until each petal is completed. You can secure your paper and templates with a removable adhesive, although if you have a steady hand, it's really not necessary. You simply fill in all the empty areas. Now, I'll show you the 3D effect that makes. Next, I want to do my leaf. Again, I'm placing the embossing paper face down. I'm going to slick it with my tissue and press down just like we did before. Once your image is complete, simply flip over your brass template for a mirror image of your leaf. Now you can see we have the mirror image of both leaves. And when I cut that, I'm going to keep it in one piece so it's easier. Now I'm going to use the Lasting Impressions scuffer, and I'll show you why now this white core paper is so important. All you do is simply sand so that the white core shows through, and it adds so much dimension right there, just with that simple step. I'll repeat on the leaves just to bring out that element. Great. You're going to want to cut these out, and I've already done that. So here are my little pieces. I've also used, in a contrasting color, just the center portion of the flower. I've mounted it with foam tape, and they stack together. Voila! There's your flower element. So quick and easy and fun. I'm going to put my flower element aside, and I'll show you how to make our pocket folder. I'm going to take one of the 12 by 12 decorated sheets that also comes in the kit. We're going to flip it over and adhere this 6 by 12 coordinating piece. I can show you more easily on this pre-folded sheet. The first fold that we'll make is the vertical one, right in the middle. You want to burnish the edge with your bone folder so you have a nice crease. Open that back up and use your bottom corners and bring them into the middle, just like that. You may notice that there's a slight gap here. Please don't worry about that. It's actually going to benefit you later on, and I'll show you in just a second. Now we're going to take our bottom tip and bring it right up to the top, just like that. Continue to burnish your folds, and the last thing you'll do is use that tip again towards the bottom edge. You'll see now where the cards will slip in later, and this gap will facilitate that fold. And this will be our front cover. Now we have to embellish it with a little bit of pretty pink ribbon, which I've adhered to the back side, and we can add our beautiful flower that we made earlier. Simply pop it on like that, and voila, you're done. We just need to put in our envelopes and pre-embossed cards, to which I've added the same flower element as the front for a beautiful coordinating look. Close it up, tie it off, and give it to someone as a gift. But I'm going to be selfish and keep this one for myself. So let's make another one. This time, I'm going to use this bold black and white striped paper. Again, I have pre-folded my piece so I can more easily show you. This has some measurements that you'll need to take into account, but don't worry, you can find everything on our website when you download our design guide. The first fold we're going to make is along this side edge. And all you have to do, again, is burnish with your bone folder and repeat on the opposite side. Next, I'm gonna fold the bottom part up, and you can begin to see now where the pockets are. Unfold that and give yourself a little bit of an edge here by folding in the bottom corners, and boom, boom, boom. Great, easy. You'll wanna put a little bit of adhesive to hold these in place, and we have a completed one right here that's got an angle cut out of each side. I'm gonna insert the envelopes that came again in the kit, and my funky fresh flower in a different color using the same brass template that we used earlier. Pop them in the pocket, and then we're gonna finish off with the coordinating flower right on the front. Let's take a look at some of the other things I've made. Cutting out the center of this pre-made card and adding an embossed flower, we have a darling baby announcement. That is super cute, I just love that. Here's a close-up of one of the finished cards from our stationery set. Check out the detail in that texture. I doubled up the embossed flowers for the front cover of this photo album, and this beautiful garden wedding page is enhanced with dry embossed flowers and leaves. I hope you'll be inspired to create something beautiful. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope to see you again soon.
For step-by-step instructions on how to create this week's project, download the design guide featuring special make-it-your-own bonus tips.